Play how we play. Do not be afraid because of who you're playing against that we can't do things. You're good players. It will be difficult, they will be good too. That's the point of playing football, is to play against good teams. Okay? So this is what everyone's playing for, and enjoy the moment. Don't let it pass you by. Okay? No matter what you're doing, starting in the bench, don't let it pass you by. Be engaged in it, be present in it, and enjoy it. Okay? And most of it won't be us. We don't change for anybody. Okay? We are our own team, and we believe in what we do. Every single person here. Okay? No gifts for them. We play at a high intensity and make them remember you. Play how
I want to talk to you about Luis Suarez, who's going to Atletico Madrid. That is done.
And there it is. Atletico Madrid are champions. They have done it.
Atletico Madrid are in talks to re-sign Barcelona forward Antoine Griezmann.
Football is the biggest vehicle, and the best thing to give you life lessons. It's taught me so much that I know about myself. It's given me a lot of the values that I live by day, and for me, football is the most important thing there is in the world.
Tomorrow the game plan is to recover and find our wingers as soon as we can.
Okay, not many young players get the opportunity to train in these facilities, to play against these kind of clubs, okay? So don't be a tourist, don't let it just flash before your face. okay? If you're coming here just to look around the wonder, see what trophies they've won, you know, you don't need to play a game against them. You can come up any weekend you've got off and you can come and do a tour of the wonder. Don't be a tourist. How do we stack up against this kind of club? Secondly, we're here to try and make a name for ourselves, okay? And if you can play well, it's so many different ways. Yeah, you're on the network of them for the next 24 hours, but this is footage for yourself to take to centre colleges, to centre other clubs, to other things, okay? It's all about growing your profile, okay? And not many young players get the opportunity to train in these facilities, to play against these kind of clubs.
Colchonero porque toda mi familia es del Atleti, toda mi familia.
Soy del Atleti porque mi vida es el sufrimiento, entonces vivo así.
Es un equipo del pueblo, no es el equipo de dinero, no es un saco de dinero como Real Madrid.
De fútbol que tiene mucha pasión.
Ha segnato, sì, la via del cielo, guarda il cielo che si è squarciato d'azzurro, il Messias, vedo il cielo sopra di me, si è aperto d'azzurro e
I would say football is a kind of life. You choose, you know, it's passion, it's sport, it's something you enjoy, watching games, playing games.
It's so important the moments to press, because if not, we are going to be only shifting all the time. It's going to be boring. Yeah? But ball inside, press. Ball on the channel, press. Long ball, press. A unit in this case is like to recognize the moment. And I want to listen to you say, now, boom. And normally, when you work hard, life gives you a reward. It's your fucking reward today. Important is the experience that we live in today. That you girls are here inside the Atletico Madrid changing room, and we're going to live that experience. And you're going to tell everybody like, I play there. Feel free, go there. It's football. We are not going to do a surgery. You know, fucking football is a ball, 11 against 11. Yeah, it's the fucking Atletico Madrid in front of us, so what? family, our friends, everyone were helping us to score that goal. Because they are next to us, working every day, suffering because we are away from home, we are alone, you know, we're having bad days. So she scored, she put the ball in, but a lot of people scored this goal. And the feeling of this moment, no one is going to take it out from us.
Football means to me, it's about being a family, you know, being in that audience, the atmosphere. That's why I love going to Brighton, to home games, being part of the team, and when you're behind the scenes alongside the team, knowing the players personally and everything, it's just an amazing feeling actually knowing the girls and being here with them today.
So football for me is just like the biggest part of my life at the moment. I've grown up with it, and then coming here has just been the most amazing experience ever. I've met so many people along the way, and I'm just living the dream out here in Spain, doing what I love. So yeah, it's just my absolute passion.
A way that I can express just like my joy for the world, I guess. Like I just grew up with the ball at my feet, and I haven't really done anything other than football my whole life, and it's a place where I can just like not have to worry about anything ever, and just really just be myself and just not have like a care in the world about anything else, just really just let loose.
Don't tell me about the socks. Please do not tell me about the socks. It's not coming out yet. Everyone was until I put socks. Forget about the socks, boys. The socks aren't the issue. I think after like 50 minutes, pulling up with cramp, we need to look at our fitness more, don't we? We really need to work on our fitness. Them boys out there, I know they changed for the second half. They probably put a bit better quality on, didn't they? We were certainly popping the ball around a bit more, although I think we allowed them. But on the whole, lads, you should be really proud of yourselves. You've done really well. Obviously, we're a top team, you know what I mean? But that's a level, if you want to ever get to that level, you probably have to put a lot more hard work in, won't you? But you should be proud of yourselves, lads. Give yourselves a big clap, yeah? Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, so football's always been a massive part of my life, really. Grew up playing in the garden with my brothers, in the playground with all the boys at school. But it was quite unfortunate for me. You know, I'm 26 years old, and back then I didn't really have any opportunities growing up. You know, especially being a girl. So You know, I never really played for a team until I was about 18 really. You know, I went through primary school and secondary school, just sort of in the playground, play with all the boys. And then once I did get into a team and start playing a little bit competitively, you know, I realised my love for it even more. Because I always knew I had, you know, the ability, but I just feel like I couldn't really pursue it properly. So yeah, I played for sort of a local Sunday league team. And then after a couple of years, when I was about 20 years old, I wanted to see if I could sort of better and challenge myself. So I'm from South East London, so locally Crystal Palace was sort of, you know, the closest team at quite a good calibre. So I went to the open trials there. You know, trials were open back then, which you don't really see nowadays anymore. And I got into the development team there where I captained them for, I think it was 3 years. We had a really successful team. We won the double, and that was probably the best football I've played until now. Obviously, being here in Spain in the Atletico Madrid Femenino team facilities, it's just a crazy opportunity, really. I think all of us feel the same. Like, we just can't really believe we're here. We just want to sort of soak it all in and just enjoy every minute of it, and, you know, try not to overthink how difficult the game is going to be. But yeah, everyone's sort of come from a similar background, I suppose. You know, being females, growing up in the game, lack of opportunities. So it's nice that we've all come together and we just want to prove ourselves, really. I think with female footballers it's quite different because we just want to play. We're not really fussed about, you know, what we get. We're just sort of happy to be here and play. So this is just, you know, absolutely unbelievable. Obviously something we're never going to forget. So yeah, I think we just want to just make this day last like a week.
Maybe I was confused, or did you feel it too? In that room, it suddenly just felt like it was me and you. 'Cause I forgot about your friend, what's his name again? I really can't recall a single thing of what he said to me. It was just like waking up from a fever dream. When I found out that you have someone else and that she knows about me. What a waste on such chemistry. But if we could the rules, you would be with me. If I'm not supposed to think about you like this, then universe up. 'Cause every single thought leaves your name on my lips. Universe up. Wish I could cut myself loose, but I hold on to you. Now I'm in your city, wasting time. Oh God, I wish you knew. I hate being in between. I wanna make a scene, still hoping for you and me, wondering what could have been. It was just like waking up from a fever dream. When I found out that you have someone else and that she knows about me. What a waste on such chemistry. But if we could fuck the rules, you would be with me. If I'm not supposed to think about you like this, then universe up.
For today, bro. We don't care, no moaning today. Let's just play football. I'm being serious now. Let's work for each other, we beat these guys. Let's prove the culture.
Every single thought leaves your name on my lips. Universe is love. You know I don't believe in shit like fate, but lately things have happened that I can't explain. You're miles away, still I know what you're thinking of. The universe is
It's definitely a great experience to be able to come out and play these games. Definitely once in a lifetime opportunity.
Para mí es un honor de poder estar aquí en Balaído, ¿no? Ha sido un estadio que ha hecho muchísimos goles, ha hecho una carrera magnífica. Estaba yo en el Málaga haciendo muchísimos goles, entonces ha tenido una propuesta, ha tenido una conversación con Horacio, con todos los directivos, y para mí fue emocionante porque tú llegar a un equipo como Celta de Vigo, para llegar hay un camino muy grande, hay que trabajar mucho, hay que estar todos los días muy concentrado, disciplina táctica, disciplina en todo. Entonces es muy importante tener, es lo primero. Isso aqui é o mais importante. O que o treinador está explicando do que tem que fazer. Então eu comento sempre a eles que há que aprender. Estamos numa fase de aprendizagem muito grande. A formação de eles é o mais importante da academia. A academia, o que mais interessa a academia Malaga City, a formação. O objetivo da academia é formar o máximo que no final de ano tenemos a certeza que ensinamos a esse chico algo. Isso é o mais importante. Que ele esteja feliz. A felicidade dele é a felicidade da academia.
The Premier League is the best league in the world, and to visit a club such like this is such a grateful and amazing opportunity.
Bueno, es una oportunidad muy importante, al alcance de muy poca gente, el poder vivir la experiencia Tottenham y el poder disfrutar de estas magníficas e increíbles instalaciones, así como de poder vivir durante unos días lo que es la experiencia, los entrenamientos, el poder hablar y compartir experiencias con otros compañeros que hace unos años estaban en una academia como puede ser la de Malaga City.
We've had a fantastic few days welcoming the players from FC Malaga City. The partnership is one that we're really excited about, both from a player and coach perspective. A superb opportunity really for the players to experience our programme, the expectations both on and off the grass. We're hoping that the partnership will inspire the players and coaches, and we really think that is something that we hope can motivate the players to want to be in an environment like this. That really is kind of the holy grail for players around the world, but if it can give them a small insight to what's possible and provide them with a little bit of a platform to be the best they can be in their environment, and ultimately a challenge in terms of training and games, but also keeps that fire burning in their belly in terms of opportunity as well.
I want to be playing the Prem. I just want to make my family proud, and me and my brother.
It was our dreams. I remember talking when I was at 8 years old, hey, we got to make it to the professional. And my dad sacrificed so much to get here. He time and money to everything to get here, and I got to give 100 friends to win.
And I want to succeed and do that.
So it all started in Nevada. It's not much there. It's pretty cold there, and yeah. And then I think we were about a couple years later. We moved to Florida when we were about 6 years old. The exact opposite. It's super sunny there, and yeah, so that's when we fell in love with football.
My footballing journey, it's been a pleasure to be able to come to Tottenham and see the beautiful stadium, and we get to train at the facilities, which are unreal, and it's just a dream to be able to do something like that.
FC Malaga City, they offer great opportunities, so I'm very grateful to be here and to be part of these opportunities. Being in such a great facility like Tottenham Hotspur, players like Harry Kane, Heung-min Son come out of, so it's great atmosphere. Great to be here.
Pues la experiencia que estamos viendo en Tottenham es increíble, ¿no? Los chicos están pudiendo disfrutar de las instalaciones de la ciudad deportiva, del estadio y bueno, y entrenar con entrenadores de primer nivel, ¿no? De un club tan importante en Europa y en el mundo como es el Tottenham. Así que esto es algo inolvidable, algo que los chicos lo viven y lo sienten de cerca el fútbol profesional.
Back to the streets.
Like this. When the last time you heard it like this? JVB, the It Boys, the Misfits. Drops me the keys to the cherry red Benz. Two-seater, only you, no friends. Now to begin, the wheels are spinning it. Crisscross and I'm gone. I keep it on. Doors open, so baby girl, body till dawn. Big body Beamer with the 22s floating. Windows down with the whole top open. Hit the switches, let's bounce down the road. Let's go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I? It's your love tonight. And we are never going home. Bad habits lead to late nights. I'm begging you. You tell me things you wanna try.
Celebrate and have a good time. It's a celebration. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A celebration that lasts throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate your party with you.
hold up. If you turn around, you gon' face the lead. Shooting from above, go to sleep, you're dead, What? Bring it back now. What? Bring it back now.
Play how we play. Do not be afraid because of who you're playing against that we can't do things. You're good players. It will be difficult, they will be good too. That's the point of playing football, is to play against good teams. Okay? So this is what everyone's playing for, and enjoy the moment. Don't let it pass you by. Okay? No matter what you're doing, starting in the bench, don't let it pass you by. Be engaged in it, be present in it, and enjoy it. Okay? And most of all, be for anybody. Okay? We are our own team, we are our own people, we play our way, and we believe in what we do. Every single person here. Okay? Play at a high intensity and make them remember you. Play how
Hey. Hold up. If you turn around, you gon' face the lead. Shooting from above, go to sleep, you're dead, What?
You better run, you better do what you can. Don't wanna see no blood, don't be talking to you. It's so sad that you're leaving. It takes time to believe it. But after all is said and done, you're gonna be the lonely one. Oh, do you believe in love after love after love after love after love? I can feel something. Do you believe don't think you're strong enough? What am I supposed to do? Sit around and wait for you. And there's no maybe I'm too good for you. Oh, do you believe in love after love after love after love after love? I can feel something inside. Do you believe in love after love after love after love after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough. No.
Queens in the front and I don't bring back. I'm taking no flicks, but the whole click snap. Just a whole lot of people in the house trying to smoke with the yak in your mouth. And we back outside. You said you outside, but you ain't that outside. World walking hoodie with the mask outside. In case you forget when we echo outside. Motivation. Tell me a new foundation. Checking my new foundation. Yeah. You don't see it, you won't see it, that we all know. You break my soul. You don't see it, you won't see it.
It's been said many times before that it's the little details that makes the difference. It's constantly waking up, being dedicated, staying hungry, and most importantly, never giving up. Tomorrow is not just
some really special memories, so looking forward to making many more this season. As you can see up on the stage, new face for most of us. Some of us from last year will remember the fantastic event that we hosted, and privileged tonight to have a guest host and a very close friend of mine in Tom Bates, and looking forward to passing over to him now. Please listen to what he has to say. Lots of information, lots of experience, and for me, a true inspiration in everything that I'm doing here at FC Malaga City. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. Thank you so much for the invitation to come across. He doesn't know that I'm going to say this, but one of my favorite poems, William Blake, says that everything that now exists was once first imagined. Isn't that beautiful? Everything that now exists was once first imagined. And think about that for a second. The clothes that you've got on, the shoes on your feet, the design of this room. Somebody took those things in thought form and created them and manifested them into physical form. We're going to talk a lot about that tonight, the power of the mind. But I just wanted to pay tribute to the vision that George has had, not just tonight, but for the last 11 years. So please just join me in giving him a huge round of applause for everything that we now have here at the club. It's amazing. And it's a great privilege to mentor you and be your friend from us from over far. What do you see? Let's have some fun. Come on, I'm going to need some interaction now at this point. We're going to change the tempo. Duck, correct. Who said that? Thank you. Somebody said rabbit. Okay, nice. You see both. Very good. Okay. Now I'm glad I've got your attention. Ready for the next one? Are you ready for the next one? Yes or no? All right. What do you see? Yeah? Couple. Ooh. Who said that? Yes, sir. What's your name? Fabio. Put your hand up, ladies and gentlemen, if you can see the baby in this picture. Now that Fabio's good. Put your hands down. Put your hand up if you cannot see the baby in the picture. Okay, get out. Here it is. The baby's head, eyes, nose, mouth, tummy, and toes. Okay, last one. Ready? Can you see the lady in this picture? Yes, you can. Somebody put your hand up and tell me which type you see. What, describe the lady for me. Yes, please. Yeah. Very good. Old lady, right? Big chin, mouth, nose, eyes. Looking down like this. Good. Put your hand up if you see a different lady in the picture. Okay, let's get someone. Yes, please. Yes.
I see like a woman looking away with a nice bonnet and a bow. And it's like her side profile. And it's the younger lady.
She's... Okay, you can't see the older one. There's another younger lady in here, right? This is her chin, her necklace, her nose, her ear. Yeah? And she's looking over her shoulder like this. Okay. Here is the last one with a slightly more serious tone before we move forward in tonight's presentation. What is happening here? Apart from the obvious. As you study this picture, yes, please, sir. What's your name?
My name is Nicola.
Nicola.
The horse has been pulled or like caught to not pull on a string, right?
Mm.
So it's mentally blocked itself from pulling that chair away from it. Or like to walk away from the chair.
What's your name? My name's Nicola. Can you please give Nicola a big round, huge round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen? He said the horse has been conditioned to think in a certain way about what this chair is, okay? And when you think about that for just a second, there's nothing about the chair that holds the horse in place, right? It's not concreted into the ground. So there's nothing to do with the physics or physicality. It can only be the way that the horse has been conditioned to think about what this chair is. And oftentimes in our lives, these can be things like fear, okay? Which is really just an illusion. What I'd like you to do is, if you've finished your food, I'd just like you to stand, please. You see, the truth is that each of us have the power. If the horse just moves its head to the side, it would find out that there is no power in this chair. It would find out that it has the power to change things, to overcome that conditioning. So what I'd like to do is a short exercise, all right, just as a warm-up. If I clap once, you clap twice. Nice, George. We've got a great audience tonight. If I clap twice, you clap once. Superb. If I clap 3 times, you clap 4. Nice. If I clap 4, you clap 3. Okay, stay standing. Here we go. After 3, what I'd like you to do is just reach up as high as you possibly can with both hands after 3. 1, 2, 3, go. High and hold. Good. Now after 3, just go a little bit more for me. 1, 2, 3, go. And hold. And relax. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, the last part of this short introduction is this. If you saw you came up here and looked back, what do you think happened to the height of your fingertips? My first instruction was go as high as you can. Thank you. Love the front row energy. So therefore, maybe, how did we go a little bit further the second time around? I want you to think about that. Because tonight is all about going a little bit further. And it starts in the mind. The mind is the athlete. The body simply the means. Just a warm up to get started. Thank you very much.
Juke too hard, don't stand too close, you gon' fuck around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I can get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she get straight. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie get ready. Juke too hard, don't stand too close, you gon' fuck around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I can get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she get straight. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie get made.
fantastic few cookie crumbs there, and a lot more what's going to be coming later on in the presentation. Obviously, we're all joined together. We're all here for the same ambition, for the same dream, and the same badge, which is FC Malaga City. So before we get our guest speakers up, before we have our prestigious invitees over from Tottenham to talk a little bit about the journey, and for myself personally, and also for this football club and what we're all living today. You know, for a lot of people, you've arrived here from different continents, different time zones. You've completely changed all of your life's habits, all of the things that you're deciding to do with your future. And for us, that's a big responsibility, okay? And a big respect that we have straight away for every single athlete, every single family that has believed in FC Malaga City to be the next chapter and the next part of your, not just athletic development, okay? But also, you know, for your child's personal development, you know, for the person they're going to be, for the values that they're going to have, and what we're going to try and implement to give them a foundation for what they're going to do for the rest of their lives. Hopefully that's to have a long career in football. You know, we all know we're only one tackle away, you know, one wrong step away from injury that can finish it all tomorrow, you know. So if we were only looking to develop the technical and the tactical, we'd be doing everyone sat here a disservice, you know. I personally believe, and from my own journey, that football is a great vehicle to really give you life skills that can help you and set you up to do absolutely anything you want to do in your life. So you can see we started in 2013, very special memories for lots of us here in a small village called Frigilana, which is 25 minutes from here. You'll notice it's a very small football pitch, a very beautiful one, but very small. So a 7-a-side pitch, we used to have to make it work. We had 22 players, you know, we trained daily. Living in a lovely little Spanish town, lots of faces there that went on to do some incredible things. You know, it was pretty much myself, a special guest here tonight, Adrian Dominguez, a bag of balls, some cones, and away we went with a lot of energy, you know, and fantastic trainings. We started to play some games. We had a great trip to Real Betis, and we didn't really go outside of southern Spain, you know. We pushed on, we kept working really, really hard, started to make a reputation for the badge that we were representing. You know, people start saying, what are these guys doing? You know, what is FC Malaga City? Who are these foreign blokes coming over here? You know, they're not that bad. They're quite good, actually. So we started getting invited. The invitations started getting a lot more illustrious, a lot more frequent. And, you know, we're all custodians of this football club, you know, so you don't have a star player or huge wages or the best training ground in the world. And you guys sat here now, you're going to be custodians for the next 9 months of what the future of FC Malaga City looks like. You know, you can see there playing Barcelona. We go to the ladies against PSV. You know, those games, they may be exhibition games, but those results matter from the standpoint that, you know, if we don't give a good image of ourselves, of our coaching team, of our methodology, of the way we're working, we're not getting those phone calls again, you know. So now the baton goes over to you guys, and we're super excited for the games that will come over the coming months. You know, but that was the next step in our journey. You know, we went from just being inside Andalusia to now going all the way around Spain, you know, so we'd play Valencia, we'd go to Madrid, as you can see in La Masia multiple times, starting going overseas to London to play against Tottenham. We'll talk more about that later on. 2013, started with a bag of balls. Like I said, Adrian and myself, we're now 50 members of staff. We're now sitting here having wonderful evenings like this one. We've got incredible people coming in to guide us and mentor us, and people working at the absolute height of elite sport globally. We're partnered with an incredible Premiership football club. And if you told me that in 2013, that we'd be sitting here in 2024 and be able to deliver all of that, I probably would have said to you, you know, that's impossible. And for me, this year is going to be even more special from the fact that you may have noticed we've changed the logo, and for us, we think that means it's going to be a new chapter. You know, we want you guys now to deliver that and show how special FC Malaga City can be as we go into a second decade. We're going to be in this together, and we absolutely cannot wait to start the journey. So really, the best of luck to every single player and all the parents here. Okay, give yourselves a round of applause. So we talk about the showcases a lot. You know, in 2017, we were fortunate to start our own senior football club. So instead of just playing exhibition games, we went into the Spanish league system. We've now partnered, obviously, with Torremolinos, but it's a very much still a huge pathway into national professional football. And by doing that, we feel now that we have the resources and the support that we need as an organisation to give an even better platform now for players to be able to sign a professional contract with inside FC Malaga City, you know, because the reality is previously you had to go outside of the club for that to be a possibility or for that to eventuate, you know, and now we have the chance to carry on into Tercera Division, and we hope, you know, that can be a great, not just carrot, but a realistic pathway for lots of our athletes. Little bit of the what to expect. You know, you've been here a few days now. I'm sure there's lots of changes. There's lots of challenges to face already. Lots of adversity. You know, some of us were waiting for apartments. You know, maybe my shower's not working. All little things that happens when you're going somewhere for the first time. You know, and for me, that's going to be a huge part of your personal growth. And all I'd suggest on that is, please speak out, you know, with respect always, okay, but please let us know, no matter how big or how small a problem may be. If we know about it, we can try and help you. We can try and support you and try and find solutions. If you're sitting there disgruntled, frustrated, you know, it might be something simple like I need a new duvet. You know, if you don't let all of the wonderful people here that want to help you, if you don't let us know, there's nothing that we can do. You know, we're not David Blay, we're not mind readers. You know, we don't know what you're thinking all the time. So we want you to know that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You know, make the most of it. Don't get bogged down with negativity. Treat every single day, you know, as an opportunity to grow, to learn. And I guarantee you, everything that you put in, you will get back in spades. You will get back double the amount from all of the fantastic people wearing the red tracksuit, because they're here for you and they care about young people, and that's genuine, you know, and that's difficult to find in the modern world. Again, to reiterate, we're here for you. We're here to support you. We're privileged, we're proud you're here with us. But you have a lot of people around you, not just your head coach, not just your goalkeeper coach. You know, you've got Nicola, you've got Irene, you've got Flor, who's always taking photos, picking you guys up. All these people that you'll keep meeting on a daily basis, you know, see them, have a chat with them, invite them for a coffee sometimes. You know, because I'm sure Alejandro definitely won't be inviting anyone for a coffee. So if you can give him a shout out, I'm sure he's a great person that everyone will get to know. And he's behind the scenes working so hard on this presentation. And everyone here just wants you guys to have a fantastic experience and make the most of the opportunities in front of you. And now a lovely moment to invite the key people onto the stage to share a few words with us, and your head coaches that will be leading you this year, putting into place the training plans, selecting the squads, and running the games program. If we can call, please, Sama, if you can come up to the stage first. Round of applause for him, please. Another round of applause for under 19 head coach Sama.
Hello everybody, good night. It's nice to be here again with you. First of all, obviously, say welcome for everybody, especially the people coming from the last season. It's nice to see you here again. For the new people arriving, you are arriving to a great place, and you will see it from the beginning, as you can see in this presentation. I remember the last one, it was great, but I think this is being better, okay? So just to say welcome, I will be the head coach of the under-19s. Then you're gonna meet all the coaches of all teams. Obviously, not being easy to start this season, moving everything into the new location, but we are trying everything, working hard, and we are here to help you, to support you. And obviously in the football part, in the football side, I promise you that it's going to be one of the best seasons. The last season it was really, really good, and I feel that this season we are going to do better. As Jordi is saying, we have a lot of people here working for you. Everyone is going to be ready to help. So please feel free to ask anything. We are going to be there for you. Again, please, thank you for everything. For me, it's a pleasure to be here. I am part of Malaga City since January 2021, and I feel that I am growing here as a coach, but also as a person. So for me, it's really important to be here, to stand up and be in front of you. And I want to say thank you and welcome. Thank you.
If Liam Bickett could come up onto the stage, please.
Smoke from here. Are you, mate? Okay? Yeah, good. How are you? Okay. Hello. So, obviously, my name's Liam, and I'll be the head coach of the under-18s this season. Firstly, I'd like to welcome everyone here, and it's been a pleasure meeting so many new people, parents, players over the last few days. Before, as George mentioned, with the sacrifice that you made to come over to a different country, some people far, far, far away from home, it's difficult, and you're away from friends, you're away from family, you're away from home, and obviously massive respect for that. Obviously, we're here for you in everything that you need. Any questions, any help, any extra training that you need, you're missing home, anything, absolutely anything, feel free to reach out to any of us, okay? Because we're people too. Some of us have moved a long way from home as well in the staff, so we understand what you're going through. Originally for me, my pathway here, I came over as a player, almost like yourselves, here sitting on these tables today. My first idea was to try and move on as well, but I fell in love with the club, with the idea that George had going forwards, and I decided to stay as a coach. And obviously I understand the pathway that you're going through now, the progression that you want to achieve for yourself personally and as a person as well, development on and off the pitch. And like I said, I'm here for anybody, whether you're in my team or not. If you need to ask any questions, I'm here for you, okay? And I'm sure it's the same for all of the staff. So good luck and thank you.
Ugo Vicente, bonjour.
I cannot see you. So first, hello everybody. Thanks first to believe in Malaga City. And I promise from now that we're going to take care to all of you boys. That's the most important for me. Of course, we want you boys to improve as football player, but our job is also to help them to improve as a person, okay? Because at the end of the day, they are human, and if they cannot be professional football player, at least they have to be good people. So for that, we have an amazing staff team that I want to say thank you to work with them. It's such a pleasure for us to be together and to help you guys to grow as a player and as a person. My background, very quick. I played 5 seasons from I was 15 to my 20 years on a professional club in France, and I didn't do the effort to be professional. So now that's why I'm a coach, and I want my players to do the effort that I didn't do when I was younger. I promised that we're going to work hard, all of the staff. We're going to give you the best formation as you can. Thank you, George, to believe in me, to believe in us, and nothing. Welcome, and thanks to believe in Malaga City.
Mr. Paco.
Good night. How are you? I hope you fine well. I am Paco. I am the head coach of the Almun City senior team. I had been here for 4 years. I'm really motivated, really excited to start a new season. I enjoy the process, the development of all of your boys. Nothing to say more. I hope that you enjoy the experience, and when finish the season, you try during the whole process to give your 100% every day, and when you finish the season, finish being best person and best player. So only can say thank you the club for giving me a new chance, a new opportunity for be here and keep growing. I hope that you enjoy. Thank you.
And last but not least, Miguel Aquino, our female superstar coach.
Hello. Okay, hello to everyone. To be honest, I don't like this kind of a pitch, you know? I prefer to train on the field. I prefer to tactica with my ladies, tactica, technically, and well, I had to do it. I'll try to do my best, okay? Firstly, I would like to thank George and Amelia for bringing me back again. I'm very pleased to be here. Then I can say only thanks, okay? But above all, I want you to my ladies, this year, you are incredible. Your passion and illusion is always incredible. Then you know that we have to work, okay? There is a lot of room for improvement, but we will do our best. Believe in the process, because we had to do it. You know my style. I like to Spanish style, to play with the ball, the possession, and I know we are going to get it. Okay, thank you to everyone. Thank you for coming to the academy, and you are the best, and the Malaga City also. Okay, bye.
Fantastic to hear from all of the head coaches, and what a pleasure it is to not just work with them on a daily basis, but to be able to call them my close friends. So final little bit from myself, okay, and we'll sort of move into what I consider the main event. As much of a pleasure it is having some time to be able to talk to everyone. So, you know, it's really important that from right now, you don't let days pass you by. You know, it's going to go in a blink of an eye this season. You know, it feels right now, I've got loads of time. You know, I'm just starting pre-season. I'll get fit in October. I'll do my best in November. I'm going to wait until the game against Tottenham in February. Every day counts. Every moment, every training session, what you're doing outside of the training session, make the most of this season and what you've got around you. You know, like it says that there, you know, live streaming of all your games. Lots of people, when you're doing college applications, when you're trying to scout for a new team, it's very difficult if you don't have good footage. You know, we have Malaga, and a huge shout out to them and the thankless task they do behind the scenes in live streaming all of our games, so that families back home can tune in and hopefully see some good performances. But most of all, you guys are getting great footage, great clips that you can build out your profiles and have for the rest of your careers. You know, it seems like a nice bonus, you know, and Floor and Two Prods and all the great stuff they're doing behind the camera. That's your profile, you know, that's LinkedIn pages, that's building out your CVs, you know, so don't be embarrassed to go up to them and say, excuse me, can I have some extra photos? I think I saw you take a really great photo of me in this game. Get that. That's your property. That's for you to use and utilize to make your own brand. And finally, from me, you know, and it's my personal mantra that I couldn't believe in anymore, is treat every single day like an interview. You know, if you finish the day, look back and you were an employer, would you have taken yourself on that day? You know, did you do absolutely everything that you could within your power to be the best version of yourself? And that is something I hold close to my heart, that I believe and I try and put into practice every single day when I wake up. Finally, we're hoping for more faces, more people up here, and more success stories as we see some of the incredible journeys that the young people are going on to have now. And one for me, which is Zelfi over here, so who's in our first season, came to Spain in 2013. He's now captain of the Afghanistan national team, you know, playing in front of 50, 60,000 people. And to know that we've been a very small grain of sand in that journey, and one of the original players, and he's still playing as a professional now 10 years later and captaining his country in World Cup qualifiers, you know, for me is a testament to the seeds that we're planting and what people are really going on to achieve with their lives. We said 5 years ago we wanted to be a Tercero club. We've done that. You know, now we're a Tercero club with a Premier League affiliate. We're playing PSG and hosting them. We're close to confirming a trip to Lisbon to play Benfica, which I had the privilege to spend time there earlier this season. And I think, you know, now we can say, you know, we're a world leader in what we're doing, which is trying to help young people be better people with good values first of all, but also have the perfect platform and foundation to develop yourself as a young athlete. People ask, what's the secret? You know, what do you guys do? You can talk about, you know, the tactics, the bibs, the balls, the cones, the facilities, all those things. And, you know, there's lots of clubs with that. For me, there's one single thing that this comes down to, and that is being completely relentless. Never taking no for an answer. Always believing in yourself, first of all, because I've always said, if you don't believe in yourself, how can someone else believe in you? And never, ever stopping in believing in these young people. You know, we're trying to really give them something that maybe other clubs haven't, and that's an opportunity and a chance. Every day is an interview, you know. I want to do the best that I can do, be the best version of myself for the maximum amount of time that I can be.
For me, the most important is that we are a big family.
We're all together, we live together, we do everything together, and I like those things. It's like a, I don't know how to call it, but it's like a family.
As a group, we couldn't be happier. We're wanting the 3rd of August pre-season to start as soon as possible.
Well, super excited because we have a lot of things coming on, and a big surprise. If you think PSG is a big thing, wait to see next season because there are way more things coming for the kids.
The things that we're going to be able to provide these young aspiring players in the future, for me, are going to make us unrivaled, you know, in what we're able to offer and the opportunity we're able to offer these young men. But ultimately, there's so much more to come, and there's every reason to be excited about what we're doing here at Malaga City.
Y para mí, el proyecto, el trabajo, la academia, para mí sería unión.
A huge welcome to everyone for the season, and like I say, we're going to give it everything to make it a memorable one, and we cannot wait to get started.
The Premier League is the best league in the world, and to visit a club such like this is such a grateful and amazing opportunity.
Football for me is my center point in life. It's my personality, and it's my overall goal. My dream in football is to hopefully be playing in a World Cup with the United States of America. Yes, my dream.
It's November 16th. We're watching Malaga City versus Luton Town. My prediction for score is 2-1 Malaga City. It's going to be a good game.
So obviously for us to, as I mentioned before, to be partnered and be recognised by such a fantastic football club is an amazing achievement, and really does go to show what we're doing is being recognised, and from all the hard work of the staff, as we talked about a lot during this evening. But again, to have signed for a further 2 seasons is something we cannot wait to experience, first of all as a coaching team, but also to travel with all of our players and get to really see inside, behind the scenes of what is one of the most impressive Premier League organisations right now.
Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute privilege and a pleasure to introduce you to 2 men this evening who, throughout my professional career as a coach, as a performance psychologist, we've often come into and out of each other's contact a lot over the years of the season, but we're extremely privileged to welcome 2 such esteemed colleagues in the industry, not just from in England, but their global experience is something that we're extremely proud of. Please join me in welcoming Ozzy Abanji and Chris Ramsey.
I always thought there was very many people interested in football, and I always thought that football was a very important game, but I never realized until today just how important it is.
Whether the Wonder Boys of White Hart Lane are or are not the team of the century can't possibly be more than a matter of opinion.
Well, they're the finest team in Great Britain and one of the best in the world.
We are about the glory of the game. We are about playing with style. We are Tottenham Hotspur. The curve of the ball, the billow of the net, the beating of the trap and the picking of the lock, the swiftness of thought, the lightness of touch. We are Ginola, Greaves, Klinsmann. We are the collective gasp, the intake of breath, the flick, the trick, the 30-yard free kick. We are Hoddle, Mabbott and King. We are the lob, the chip, the dummy and the volley. We are the hat trick, the scissor kick. We are Bill Nick.
That is schoolboy's own stuff.
We are the outside of the boot, the inside of the net, and those seconds that last forever.
Tottenham Hotspur lead the European champions.
We are Jennings, Defoe and Perryman. Glory past, glory future, what was, what is, what's next. We are Blanchflower, Ardiles and Bale. We are about winning with a flourish. We are about winning with style. We are about the glory of the game. Daring to try, daring to risk, daring to dream. To dare is to do.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that video just gives you some insight as to the scale and the size and the history of Tottenham Hotspur, a club that I'm really, really proud to be working for. I'm really proud to work on behalf of Tottenham in terms of bringing this partnership further to life. Tottenham isn't the only football club that I've worked for, though. I've been working in football for just over 30 years now. I know I don't look that old, but I have. I started all those years ago in a really small club in East London. Some of you may have heard of it, a club called Leyton Orient. After Leyton Orient, I then worked for a slightly bigger club, which is called Arsenal. Don't want to talk about them too much. And then my first employment at Tottenham was about 23 years ago when I was working in the academy. I worked there for 4 years. And then after that, I worked at Watford as an academy manager. And then from Watford, I was appointed academy director at Brentford Football Club. And then we closed our academy down in 2016 after 6 years of working. And then I went to work for Queen's Park Rangers. And then after Queen's Park Rangers, I then came back to Tottenham of recent. Are you a Queen's Park Rangers supporter? There had to be one here. There's always one. So then, yeah, I worked from after Queen's Park Rangers. I then came back to Tottenham, and in my current role, which is as a global coach and player developer. I'm sure you'll realise or understand that in all those years of me working in all the different clubs, I've worked with some fantastic players, players like Harry Kane, Jack Wilshere, Bukayo Saka, Jadon Sancho, and many, many others. I also work with some great coaches, really, really good coaches, but arguably the best coach I've worked with over all those years is, and I'm not saying it because he's standing next to me, but is Chris Ramsey. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass the mic over to Chris, and he'll give you a little bit of an insight as to his coaching journey. Cheers, thank you.
I didn't pay Ozzy to say that, by the way. It's actually an honour to be here. I've recently just left Queen's Park Rangers. and I'll just give you a brief overview of my journey. I've been a former footballer, played in all the divisions in England, played for Brighton in the FA Cup final against Manchester United. So I've had quite not a fantastic footballing career, but quite a broad one. Went into coaching at the age of 28 in Malta as a player manager. Played there for 3 years. Came back into England and met Ozzy, who helped start me off really working at Leyton Orient, where I ended up being the youth development officer there. I was headhunted by the Football Association, where I coached all the England teams from under 16s all the way to the under 20s. So I've worked in two under 20s World Cups and 2 under 16s Euro Championships. From the FA, I went from there to Luton Town as the assistant manager, and as all managers do, we get the sack on a regular basis. I left there and went to work at a small club at Barnet, where I learnt a lot about professional football throughout the leagues. From there, I went to Charleston Battery in the USA. At USL, was a national champion there. Was there for 3 years. Worked in Florida in the youth system there, but then I came back to Tottenham in 2005, where some of you will experience some of the training that we'll outline to you over the next few days. But we put in the present academy training system, so that's been carried on since 2005 with all the coaches that were there and all the players that have come through that. You're literally going to get one of the co-authors. It wasn't my total invention, but one of the co-authors of the academy system. I was at Tottenham for the best part of 10 years. I ended up working with all the players from under 9 all the way to the first team. Eventually became the first team coach, not the head coach, but assistant coach for the first team. And the inevitable happened after that, got the sack again. So I left there, went back to England, coached 2 tournaments for England, 2 under-17 tournaments. And then I went to Queen's Park Rangers, where I ended up becoming the manager while they were in the Premier League. And I was there as the manager for a year there. Got the sack again, as you know what normally happens. But they asked me to go back as a technical director in order to develop the players. And while I was there, we had 28 debuts in that time, and we probably made close to £40 million for the club. So I've literally come to the end of my contract there in January, and I returned home to Tottenham to work in the global area. And this is what brings me here today, and I'm honoured to be here in front of you, and hopefully you guys take all the experience of the coaches that are there, and you make sure that you ask questions and make sure that you do listen to everything that is said here, and they're not just metaphors. Okay, so that's me.
Chris, Ozzy, thank you so much. I'm going to start off the Q&A here because we were talking over a lunch earlier about casting our minds back to the early days. Chris, I'm going to come to you. There was a lot of travel involved in the early days of your journey as a young player. Describe to us a little bit about what that was like and why it was that you decided to be prepared to move and travel to pursue your dream.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, as I grew up in London, but I ended up going to play for Bristol City, Swindon, Brighton, Southend, all towns that are away from London. But I think if you want to pursue your dream, it's important that you go where you wanted, and also make sure that you do everything it takes in order for you to reach your dream. So sometimes people think that only playing for an Arsenal or a Tottenham or a Chelsea is the goal. The goal is actually to become a professional and then to play at the highest level that you can. I started off at Arsenal as a schoolboy, and I got released from Arsenal, and and I went to Charlton and got released. And then in the end, my opportunity came at Bristol City, which was 200 miles from my house. And then I got released from there, and then I carried on. I ended up going to Brighton, which is probably 100 miles from my house. But eventually, I ended up being a first-team player, and then I ended up with a career that a playing career was probably 14 to 16 years. But it was really important that you stuck to the task and realised what you were there for.
And we were talking earlier about, sharing with everybody, not making this plastic. We wanted to make this real and share some of the truth, some of the hard knocks, some of the real lessons that you experienced as a young player. What was some of the most challenging parts for you in that process?
Injuries. I had 15 operations during my career. So the resilience to come back every time and make sure that you... I actually stopped playing when I was 32. So I started at 16, so 32, 33. I retired once at 28, which is why I ended up being a player manager. But I managed to eke out another 3 or 4 years. So there is the mental resilience to stick to the goal and know why you're training every day. And those long days when you're on your own. You can never see yourself, walking out at Wembley. You can never see that, but you have to always have that in your mind's eye, what the goal is.
And last one before we move to Ozzy, what we were talking earlier about the differences, the players that when you look back, you've seen many players, you've played with so many players that have fulfilled their potential. And there's the flip side of the coin, the ones that didn't. When you think back to those players, both those that you played with and those that you coached, what was it about the ones that went on to fulfill their potential? What did they have that the others didn't?
Compliance. So listening to the coach, making sure that they ask questions but not losing their individuality. So that strength of mind to actually try to achieve what they've set out to do. But a lot of the times people believe that they can get there on their own. You can't get there on your own. So compliance is important, and asking questions, but also maintain your individuality. So most of the players, every player that I know that's made it has had to, one, fit into a team, but also maintain themselves and express themselves, ask questions, and live like a professional. If you want to be a professional, you've got to live like one. And I think that's the most important.
Yeah, I love that. Ozzy, we're going to come to you straight away. Chris is talking about the attributes. I'm interested in, for everybody listening here, the attributes, characteristics, qualities that you see in young players that you know that when you see it, you know they've got a chance.
Yeah, for me, they got to have an outstanding attribute. So whatever that is, the players that I've seen make it are the ones that have got something that sets them apart. And I can't say what it is because it's individual for each individual. So you look at, let's say, Lionel Messi. He might not be the best defender, but he's the best dribbler. So his outstanding attribute is dribbling. There's going to be people in this in this hall here that might like defending, they might like heading, they might have a great ability to run or whatever else. So for me, to be at elite level, you need at least one outstanding attribute that's going to set you apart. And then obviously the other bits have to be at least 6, 7 out of 10. But there's something that really is going to say to a scout, say to a manager, say to a coach that, he's going to, this is what we want. There's a player there because he's got X, Y, or Z. But, I don't see players having everything, but most players have 1 or 2 things.
Hopefully Sunday. So for me, one thing I'd really love to hear and for you to share, and by the way, you've been so generous with your time, myself personally, and speaking about all of your experiences, been academy manager at some fantastic football clubs, so you've seen from grassroots players, community players, then they're coming through the schoolboys and getting that first contract as a youth team scholar, and that's where there's a sort of big jump where you're going from training in the evening, still doing your schooling, and then you're coming a full-time play, which a lot of our guys here, they're coming into a full-time competitive environment where they're fighting for minutes every week. What's the biggest pitfalls or challenges that you've seen those players make when they made that jump from schoolboy football into full-time in the building?
It's the full-time environment. It is different. I mean, in the UK, what happens to the players, they're no longer at home as well, so they're away from home. So that's a challenge in itself, not being, you know, around their creature comforts and whatever else. So having that as a challenge, but also the workload increase is almost like a double workload. So you might only train as a schoolboy 2 or 3 times a week. All of a sudden, when you're in a full-time program, you're training 6 times a week. So can your body actually deal with it? And, you know, if it can't deal with it, can it adapt to it? So in time, can you actually get to that stage where your body gets more robust, and then you can deal with the actual rigors of training full-time, 6 days a week, 2 or 3 hours a day, and then also doing your education as well. So it's a lot. And like I said, doing that away from home as well makes it even more of a challenge.
Yeah, one from me, Ozzy. You'll obviously work with a range of different players, lots of different abilities. And one thing I love about the academy experience, you must have seen players develop at all sorts of different rates, both physically, technically, tactically, mentally. You know, what advice would you give to players that are coming into that full-time program now to be able to really fulfill their potential and deal with the challenges that lie ahead this season?
Yeah, I think for me, the players that I've seen, like I said earlier, the players that I've seen make it are the ones that have got that, you know, outstanding attribute, whatever that is. But in terms of the ones who actually kind of pushed on, is the ones that actually have got that mental toughness, because it's not easy. You know, being a professional football player isn't easy. A lot of young people want to be professional football players. It's not going to be for everyone. Like, not everyone's going to be a rocket scientist. Not everyone's going to, be a brain surgeon. You know, it's a difficult profession. But for you to get there, you know, you're going to have to work hard. You're going to have that mental toughness to work hard, and enjoy failure. Don't look at it like it's not a tattoo. It's a bruise. You're gonna learn from it, and you're gonna move on. So it's part of the process. So if you enjoy football and you love football like I do, I've worked in football but never ever done a day's work. If you enjoy football, then it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so it's work, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Chris, I'm going to come back to you. We were speaking earlier about when we look at the high performance context across different sports, there are certain characteristics that emerge again and again. You've coached at the highest level in the Premier League, hugely talented players. Is talent enough? And if it isn't, what for you defines performance at the highest level?
The most talented players I know didn't make it. So, like I said before, it's important to be able to be compliant towards your goal, because if you're not compliant, you'll only ever play for one person. You need to be able to be adaptable. Versatility, mental versatility is so important in order for you to get over your challenges, in order for you to adapt to different styles of play, different environments. So as Ozzy said, failure is not a tattoo, it's a bruise. So a lot of the time, the ups and downs is what makes you. People think that, you know, not being picked for a team or having an injury or playing badly, they think that's the end of it. One of the good things about football compared to other sports, if you're a sprinter, you've got one day to run that race. One thing that happens with football, you have a game next week. Your recovery is very, very important. So, because your recovery is short, the speed of how you deal with your emotions, and parents have got something to do with this as well, because it's important that the parents don't look at this as their dream. They have to be a support system for the players, and not looking at it like, well, it's living vicariously through the player. What the parents need to do is to be there to support them. Don't give them advice to do with football. Give them advice to do with their emotions, and treat them as a person rather than treating them as a footballer. You're not born a footballer. You're born a person. So it's important that whatever happens, that you're compliant to your goal, compliant to your education to learn about the game, and also your education to round yourself as a person outside football. Because if you're on football 24-hour pro, no, I don't agree with that. What I do believe is a 24-hour person who is an athlete who does everything that they need to do to reach to the point that's important for them. And not everybody's going to play at the very highest level, but you got to know that success is actually becoming a professional to start with.
Absolutely fantastic. I think invaluable insights, and just want to get a round of applause for how authentic you guys have been, and to have you guys sat here and what you've done in the game is, like I say, a huge privilege, and thank you from all of us. Another round of applause, please. That was fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Good afternoon. I didn't say stop, did I? What's the point of the story then? I need a volunteer, someone from the audience.
Okay, so reached that point in the night to have this man, mentor, and most of all friend here present with us tonight for me is a massive moment, and I'm the most excited person in the room to welcome Tom Bates to officially be our guest speaker at this year's presentation. I won't take one more second of his time. Tom, all over to you.
Thank you. How's the energy? Yeah, I like the front row. There's some cheers in there. How's the energy? All right, okay. Now, it's an absolute privilege to be here with you all. I'm going to share some of my most valuable experiences as a performance psychologist, as a coach, and of the recent experiences helping Team GB at the Olympic Games in Paris.
I could be still going to an Olympic Games in 2024.
Je proclame ouvert les Jeux de Paris.
France Rugby Sevens winners.
First medal of this Olympic Games for Great Britain on the opening day.
Tom Pickett is the Olympic champion.
Hey Tommy, it's your mum here. All your hard work is paid off, and I couldn't be more pleased for you.
Silver medal, it's gone to Adam Peaty of Great Britain.
I am super proud of you, and we love you so much.
I think this is the one that means the most.
This for a nailed-on medal.
Yes, yes! Come on!
Mission complete for Tom Daly.
Great Britain get the team gold medal. Isles is back where she belongs.
Doesn't really bother me what I do, just as long as I'm playing.
Just like that. It's the end of Andy Murray's professional tennis career.
Hudson Smith, can he get there?
I really love my mummy.
Wow, Granny, what an epic adventure you've been on. You got the gold. We're all so incredibly proud of you.
Parents of a triple Olympian and a gold medalist.
Sky Brown will take bronze for Great Britain.
Lois Dawson and Andreas Kefalidi-Syriac, Olympic bronze medalists.
What a moment in Paris! Goal for Great Britain.
How long ago did you write on a piece of paper that you wanted this moment to come?
13 years ago.
Great Britain, they are the Olympic champions.
A couple of years ago, my dad reminded me, and I know that he'd be so proud. I'm just thinking a lot about him right now.
Gold goes to Alex Yee from Lewisham.
Ready? Silver to Matt Richards, what a great swim from him. A hat-trick of Olympic medals for Emma Finucane.
Alfred reigns supreme. Yeah! Who's going to get it in ambulance? Unbelievable.
Leo Marchand of France, the guy's a superhero. It is a gold medal for Toby Roberts.
Great Britain take the Olympic gold.
Keely Hodgkinson gets the gold. Gold for Great Britain.
Well done, Keely. Good girl.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a special place to be, Paris. What I want to do, guys, if it's okay with you, is it's not going to be me speaking at you now. I'd like us to get involved and immerse ourselves in some of these exercises. And to do that, what I'd like you to do is stand, please. I'd like you to stand. And we're just going to do something called change state. And for all the athletes in the room, this is going to be where the start of the evening really allows you to learn some of the tools and techniques to help you perform at your best when it matters. And for all the parents and coaches, well, it'll just be a state changer for here and now. What I'd like you to do is just stand with your feet shoulder width apart and pull your shoulders back just a little bit for me. Push your chest out, tilt your chin 1 or 2 degrees, and take a deep breath in through your nose. Ready? And control the exhalation through your mouth. Very good. 1 of 3. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. Very good. Last one. 3 of 3. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. Very good. Nice. Now as you stand here, filling your frame with a presence and power and positivity, you can change state with your physiology. And I'm going to show you that from the Olympic Games in just a second. But before we do that, what I'd like you to do is bring to mind something. If you're a player, I'd like you to think about something this season that really excites you. Something that you have in your mind that you really would like to conquer and improve and develop and harness and sharpen. Something that you're excited about. Could be a goal. It might be the overall dream. If you're a parent here today, I want you to think about something that you're excited about for your child here, joining this program. If you're a coach, I'd like you to do the same thing. All right, so whatever that is, bring that to mind now as we are right here, okay? Put your hand up if you have one thing that you're excited about, one thing that your dreaming can come true for you, one thing that you really want to improve, one thing that gets the juices flowing, that you're motivated, that you're driven, that ignites the inner flame. Put your hand up for me if you've got one thing as you stand here today. Okay, I want you to turn to the person next to you. And I see all the hands at the back like that. No, don't put your hand up. He's going to ask on stage. Don't put your hand up. I'd like you to just turn to the person next to you and just share that for 30 seconds. Go. Over to you.
My name? Mia.
Yeah, and?
Keely.
Keely. What's do you mind if I use you as an example?
Sure.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to some of our audience members that have just been selected at random, spontaneously. This is not planned, I promise you. They didn't know that they were going to be here. But you know, part of tonight's experience, what I really want you to get is that I'd like you to step out of your comfort zone, okay? If you're a parent or if you are a coach, especially if you're a player, what I'd like you to do is realize that the comfort zone is a nice, safe, warm place to be, right? But nothing ever grows there. So the greater the challenge, the greater the growth. I'd like you to give these guys a huge round of applause. They didn't know they were coming up. Exactly. And feel the energy as well, by the way. And when I ask you to give a round of applause, like properly give a round of applause. Just take the energy levels up. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's step right outside their comfort zone. Let's start all the way at the end. Come on, introduce yourself.
I'm Cyril Müller. I'm from Switzerland. I love to play football. It's my passion since I'm 3. And my favorite thing I would do here over the time would be like playing for Malaga CF, like the Malaga. And then over the years, I want to play for Real Madrid. That would be my dream.
Wow, round of applause. And thank you for sharing that openly. That's a dream shared openly, right? Give him a big round of applause, please. That's it. Superb, fantastic. Thank you so much. Please.
My name is Stephanie Dom. I'm here with my husband. We're here for my son from the United States, Kansas. And my dream has already been realized. I wanted my son to have a fantastic experience. And in just 2 days, it's already happened.
Yes. What a start. Same.
Hi, I'm Charles Dom, McLean's dad. This is funny. And yeah, I'm looking forward to McLean being able to tap into all the great resources here, goal-oriented kid, and you know, really taking the opportunity to learn from the best in the business. Thank you.
Superb. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Can we pass the mics along?
Hi, I'm Mia Stevanovic. I come from I'm Serbian and Canadian, and I came to Malaga to move forward in my soccer career. And at the end of the day, I would love to sign a pro contract, and that is my goal. And yeah.
Give her a big round of applause, please. You see what happens when we speak out our goal, right? Sometimes it's difficult to share it with someone. You're doing it at a venue with all of these people live on stage. Give her a massive round of applause. That's courage. That's courage. Right there. Yes, love that.
My name is Keely Franklin, and I'm from Washington. My goal for the season is just to be a playmaker and to just have more confidence on the ball. And my goal, yeah, to be here is to sign a pro contract somewhere.
Give her a big round of applause. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Be careful going down these steps here. Thank you. One more time, please. A big round of applause for our volunteers. Okay. All right, awesome. Please take a seat, take a seat. You see, my job as a performance psychologist to help athletes, teams, coaches, managers understand that the way that we think affects the way that we feel. The way that we think affects the way that we feel. And the way that we feel, the emotional states that we create for ourselves, in the end, define performance. Okay? What we think about, we bring about. What we focus on, we feel. But what we focus on, we get more of. What we focus on, we get more of. The reason why I asked you to put your hands up in the air earlier and to just go just a little bit further is because I was working with Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta had run a session with the team one day in training, and the players had finished this very, very difficult, physically demanding pre-season strength and conditioning running out on the pitch. Pre-season, right? All the players in the room know what that feels like. And they come to the end of the session, they're lying on their backs, sweat dripping off of them. And the manager walks across to them and says, boys, the session is finished. And they say, thank God. That was a tough one. But he said, boys, if I was carrying an AK-47 and I said to you that your life depended on it, could you run up and down the length of the pitch, up and back 3 times under a certain time? And they looked up as if to say, is this guy crazy? And he didn't laugh. He said, could you? And so a couple of the players said, well, I guess we could. He said, could you? And they started to realize he was serious. So they got up together and they collectively decided to take it to the next level. Yes, we can. You see, often in life, the limits that we place, or the limits that exist, are the ones that we place on ourselves. Do you agree, yes or no? And so therefore we're in control to remove those limits that we face. Outside Mikel's office, he has this printed on the wall. I absolutely love this. George spoke about these things earlier. You see, ultimately, the most important thing that we have in life is choice and time. What we choose to do with the time that is given to us. These things become defining for us in the end. And when you study the biographical histories of all of the greats, you tend to find these common denominators. It's the things that Chris and Ozzy were speaking about. It's how we choose to use our time, what we do with our time to get better every single day, even if it's just 0.01% better than yesterday. That's 100% worth it. So this is not an ordinary moment. I know we're getting late into the night now. Some of you may have checked your watches. But this right here, what we have, this moment, this experience, is not an ordinary moment. There are no ordinary moments. So what you get from this, it's my wish, it's my sincere privilege, and I hope that even if you just get one thing, whoever you are, parents, coaches, players, from this presentation, it's a huge tick for me to be here. Okay, I'll tell you some stories. Sorry, Sheffield United fans. From the Olympic Games, from football, from some of the other female players that I've been working with. Paris. This is not my bank balance. I wish it was. What do you think this is? This number in red. Thank you. This? Number of nations who competed at the Olympic Games. This? Thank you, athletes. And this? Yeah, it's a percentage of this number of athletes from this number of nations in the population of the world making it to compete at the Olympic Games. It's my joy and privilege to be with them at the Olympics. And my job was to work with 33 of the aquatics team, the Team GB, particularly the British swimming. And I want you to understand some of the things we've talked a lot about tonight, about what we need, what we want. But the athletes in Paris, before we got to compete from day one, we had a session together just like this, and I asked them, what are some of the things that you might get in the way of us being at our best? And these are the things that they told me. Number one, overthinking. Put your hand up, by the way, if you can relate to this. If you're a parent, coach, athlete, player, times when you overthink, times when you overanalyze, times when you over-evaluate. I have 1,000 thoughts in my head, can't think straight. Overthinking. They said, Tom, if we overthink things, what about this one? Too much focus on the outcome, the medal, the podium, the time. Tom, if we do that and we focus too much on the outcome, we lose focus of the process. And it's the process that gets us to the outcome. So we've got to stay in love with the process every day, every day. What about this one? Dwelling in the past. Made too many mistakes in that previous game. Made a mistake last week. Made a mistake 5 minutes ago. Had a terrible experience when I did X, therefore I'll go into the future and start to predict it to be negative. So if I catch myself dwelling in the past, I miss this present moment in time. This moment that we have right here. And really, the only moment that we have is this moment right here. What else? Self-doubt. Am I good enough? Can I do it? Have I got the skills, the capabilities? Sometimes self-doubt can get in the way. I can hijack myself. Distractions of all sorts. Social media. The comparison of the thief of joy. Comparison. Distractions. Uncertainty. Not sure what's expected in my role, my job, what my coach wants from me. Panic. Get all the way to the cool room right before the race and panic. Emotionally hijack. Too much stress around. Where does this come from? I'd like a player to answer this for me, please. The word confidence, where does it come from? Who, if I get down off the stage. Let's see. Front row energy, baby. Where does it come from? Can you hear them at the back?
Hello, I'm Nima, and
Stand up for me.
Give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you.
From yourself.
From yourself?
Yeah.
Agree or disagree? Okay. I'm going to challenge you just a little bit more.
Like what?
I like this guy. Camera's over there. Okay. Nice. When you say yourself, what do you actually mean? It comes from yourself, but where? Where from? How can you be more confident every day? Yeah.
Your mind.
How? Tell me how. What are some of the things you do to be more confident?
Be positive and really believe in yourself. Like.
Give him a big round of applause, please. Because, you know, it's a difficult question. Can be. I want you to do this exercise. I want you to think about and this is parents in the room, this is coaches, particularly players. I want you to think about what it feels like when you're at your very, very best, okay? If you're a parent, I want you to think about you in your job, in your role. How does that feel? What does that look like? Players, I want you to see if you can paint a picture in your mind's eye of being at your best on the pitch, okay? I want you to see if you can be there now. But even more than that, what I'd like you to think about is how you feel when you are performing at your best, all right? And if you can, even more than that, I want you to think about one thing that you do in order to get into that emotional state. All right? I know you're on your phone. I might come to you. That's not a good technique. I see you. So, players, tell me how it feels when you are at your best, please. This table with our heads down. You knew I was going to choose you, right? Give him a round of applause, please. Yes. Few cheers. Have we got a mic? I'll use this one. Come on then. What's your name?
My name is Edward.
Edward?
Exactly.
Edward, stand up, please.
I don't speak English.
You know? He needs a translator. From which language? French. All right. You speak French? Good man. Up you get. You too. Give them a big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. No one is safe. I'm coming to the back next. Come on then. So the question was, so first of all, what's your name?
My name is
this one.
Edward.
And I'm gonna go with both of you now, all right? And I know what this feels like. Everybody in the room is watching you now. And the camera's on us as well. And I think their mobile phone's even recording us. This is pressure. So the question is, you know when you're at your best, right? What position do you play? Number 10. What does the number 10 need to do?
Mais non, mais un micro. Je vais pas le dire en français. Ok, ok. On va faire quoi un numéro? Bonne passe.
Very good. I want you to think about the last time. Look at me. Ready to translate? Okay. Think about the last time that you played very, very well.
La dernière fois que t'as bien joué.
When was it? And where were you?
It was today.
Nice. Nice. What an answer that is. Yeah, you can give him a round of applause for that. Now, this is extra difficult, right? Because everyone's looking at you now.
Il a dit.
Today, in training,
Il y a tout le monde qui te regarde.
you're on flames.
Ah, ok.
Is it true? You were very good today. Is it true?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ah, tu comprends. Aujourd'hui, t'étais. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Here's the serious question now. Ready?
Une question sérieuse.
Before you started to train, are there any thoughts that you had to yourself to get the best from yourself before the training session? Before training, how did you prepare yourself mentally
Comment tu te prépares mentalement?
in your thoughts to be at your best? You put this in here?
He listened to music.
Good, and how did the music make him feel?
Normal.
Okay. So the interesting thing is this, right?
Interesting.
You played very well, yes? Okay. it's another day. But when you were performing, my question is, on the pitch, in training, how did it feel?
Good.
This is the best Q&A I've ever done. Give them both a round of applause, please. Well done. But you understand English, right? Thank you. Well done. See, the reason I ask that question is because oftentimes we think about the emotional states that are required for us to be at our best, and we don't fully understand what we do in order to get into those states, okay? What I heard is music. Put your hand up if you listen to music and you're a player, by the way, and it helps you to get ready and prepared. Even different types of playlists, different rhythms, different beats. There are all sorts of pre-performance routines to help us to get into what is called the zone when you're at your best, right? Things are effortless, fluent, natural, automatic, non-thinking. A different type, different part of your brain takes over. And these are the words that the athletes... Next one, please, all the way through. So the athletes were talking about the things that would get in the way, but to every point that would get in the way, there's a way to overcome each challenge. The way that you think affects the way that you feel. These are the words that the athletes chose to talk about them at their best. You see the word nervous up there, right? Which is a little bit of a paradox. Some of the guys said, but when I'm at my best, I'm on the edge. I'm actually very nervous. That's interesting, because there's this idea that we have to be calm and composed, right? But actually, those nerves can be so helpful for us to define performance at the highest level. What I'm going to show you now is, does anybody know who this is? Please, at the back. Thank you. Yeah. He's an athlete that I've worked with for the last 6 years. And what you're about to hear is an eyes closed process, visualization, in a training session, in what they call a broken 100-meter sprint. So 50-meter sprint, 15 seconds rest, 50-meter sprint back. But the interesting thing is this is an athlete that takes the mental and emotional side of training very seriously. In fact, as seriously as all of the other physical, technical, tactical parts. So what you're about to hear is him in the cool room here in training in Loughborough. It's an eyes closed process. He's visualizing the session ahead while speaking it out to me into a phone to focus his thoughts and harness emotion. Have a little listen to what he says.
Behind the blocks, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling in control. I am thinking about the arena. I'm thinking about, in a few weeks' time, how much I'm going to need to be in control and have patience.
Yes.
Not knowing that the heat in the semi-final, I may have to go in at 85–90% to protect that final, and that's exactly what we're at now in this final. Either way, I dive in, I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm in control, and I'm also thinking about where other people would be next to me and what my process of thinking would be. And I'm holding the water, but also letting my legs take control, let my legs power me down. Coming into that final 15–20 meters, I'm in control of that rate, but also aware that I've got to turn. And it comes down to the final moment of the turn, and I stop. We have our 15 seconds rest, and then we're ready to go again. In this bit now, you're out of breath, you're aware that you're out of breath, but we must dig deep. Dig deep is my middle name. That's where I've been most of my life, and exactly what is going to be necessary in the Olympic final with full control and full patience. And I want to replicate just that. So we have 5 very powerful strokes, and then we just chase it, or chase the dragon, and keep that stroke rate, keep those corners tucked, keep those legs powering. But this is more of an emotional process than a physical one.
We're going to take it up, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do something that I've not done yet with you as an audience in the last session, but I would like to cast your minds back to the thing that you said that you're excited about, okay? And what I'd like you to do is just stand, please. Players, I'd like you to do this with extra detail and extra focus and energy. We're just going to go through a very brief exercise to focus your energy and attention. Okay, so take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Control the exhalation out through your mouth. And as you continue to breathe, bring your energy and attention to the thing that you started to bring to mind earlier, the goal. Something that you want to improve, that you're excited about. I'd like you now to see if you can see in your mind's eye that in action. See you now doing that thing. Where are you? Who is there? What are you doing? What does it look like? See if you can noticing how it feels to be in that moment and doing that thing to the very best of your ability. See now with all of your energy and attention, focus now and be there. Noticing how good it feels to see yourself now at your very best, feeling clear, confident, in control. Noticing the details. Notice how it feels. With all of your energy and attention, focus now in the last few seconds. And see those pictures with crystal clear clarity. Knowing that you are on your way to those things. Feel that energy now. See those pictures now. Be there now. All the while knowing that it's completely in your control. As we come to the end, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Last one, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. As you open your eyes, this is one of the Olympic coaching strategies that I taught Adam Peaty in the final few moments in Paris before the 100-meter breaststroke final. To focus his energy and attention, his eyes are closed because all of the other nations competing around us were close. It was noisy. He had to block out distraction and focus under pressure, channel his energy and attention in order to prepare to be at his best. His eyes are closed because he's seeing the pictures just like you are now. And by the way, when you visualize very, very well, 2/3 of your brain is the same compared to when you actually physically perform for real, which means you can practice in the mind. Same synapses, the same cortical mapping, the same neurological pathways are activated. Visualization and imagery is a vital mental skill for elite athletes to be at their very, very best. The last thing is we just say a prayer together. He believes in God, I believe in God, we share a faith. And of course, there are other spiritual dispositions, but it's an insight into this athlete's preparation, a mental priming. You can change state, ready to go. Now here's one more thing, right? Let's change state one more time just through breathing. Take a deep breath in through your nose, expand your lungs, chest expand as well. But when you breathe out this time, breathe out with a little bit more pace and power. Ready? A little bit like this. All right? Let's try that after 3. 1, 2, 3. In. Release. Good. A little bit more power on the exhalation. 1, 2, 3. In. Release. Perfect. Last one. Love that energy, sir. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3. In. Release. Fantastic. Take a seat. Well done. Yeah, you can give yourselves a round of applause. Now, what I want you to study is now how Adam, I've asked you to stand strong, stand tall, feel your presence. Now, the other thing that's happening in your brain when you do that is that your brain is sending a message down to your pancreas to release certain chemicals into your bloodstream. It's a subconscious process. You don't even know that it's happening. But hormones like oxytocin, testosterone, adrenaline, dopamine, serotonin, they're all being released into your bloodstream when you stand and hold yourself with power and positivity. It's called phytophysiology, or the power pose. And when you do that, a little stress hormone called cortisol equally reduces in the bloodstream. So you can literally send messages to your mind from your body, and from your mind to your body to mind, mind to body. I want you to notice how Adam comes out in the final. Notice if he stands in a certain way. Does he breathe at any point? And then there's something called self-talk that we're going to go into in just a second. Notice his pre-performance routine.
Swimmer. Chin is 100 and 200 swimmer, so if Chin gets out quickly.
One of the last 2 Olympics.
Adam, how are you feeling after that? I mean, if you'd said to yourself 18 months ago you'd have been here, you'd have said no way. And look what you've done.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a very long way back, and I look at the score there, and you're never thinking of wildest dreams it'll be 59 to win it. I gave my absolute all there. I executed as well as I could, and it's not about the end goal. I think it's all about the process, and it doesn't matter what the time says on the score. I think in my heart, I've already won. Because that's a victory for me. And to see Nicolò have it as well means so much for him. I've raced him for a very, very long time, and it couldn't have gone to a better guy.
Fantastic. Well, you've got all that gold, now you've got a little bit of silver to go with.
Yes, exactly. I mean, it's still 6 Olympic medals, right? You can't stuff your nose up at that, but I asked, you know, I'm a very religious man, and I asked God just to show my heart. And this is my heart. I couldn't have done more, so, yeah.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank
You're
you.
incredible.
Cheers.
He gave it all. He really did, and he stops again.
It's true what they say, right? There's a poem that goes like this. Giving all and saving none. Yes, giving all, it seems to me, is not too far from victory. He actually had COVID that day in the final, and our doctors diagnosed that after the final. But the truth is, the last 18 months for Adam has been one hell of a challenge to deal with the mental health issues that he's come through, splitting up with his then girlfriend, to have the birth of his new son, becoming a father, multiple different distractions. He's actually won everything there is in the sport to win. He didn't actually need to go to Paris, but it became about how you want to be known as, what you do, what you would like your son to see you be, to stand for everything that you are. You know, there's that, you ever heard of that man in the arena? It's not the critic who counts. It's not the one who points out where the doer of the deeds could have done them better. No, credit belongs to the man or woman who is actually in the arena, who at best knows the triumph of victory, but who at worst tastes the bitterness of defeat. But their place shall never be with those cold and timid souls that neither know victory or defeat. That's what being a champion is. Everybody here in this room has got the opportunity every day to be a champion, to step up to life's challenges, not down, to face them with courage and vulnerability. As you can see behind me here, Max Litchfield is talking about, for the last 3 Olympic cycles, he's come 4th. That's 12 years of training to come 4th 3 times. Just missing the podium by this much. 200ths of a second in Paris. We can't even blink that fast. 3 years of training from Tokyo to Paris. And still, I asked him on the coach on the way back home, Max, what's some of the best advice someone's given you, a coach, one of the support staff? And he said, it wasn't advice at all. It was this feeling that I got. That's not Max Litchfield, by the way. That's Lionel Messi. That's Max Litchfield. Max said, it's this feeling, this inner feeling, that you get. Adam talks about the fact that there is nothing so cold as a gold medal. because you think that the happiness, the joy, the power, the success is in this piece of gold. You chase it for 4 years. But it's actually not. It's the journey of who we become in the process of striving towards our best selves. That's the great stuff. So Max said to me, the thing that he'll remember most is the inner feeling of knowing that he gave his best. That's what victory is, of giving all and saving none. Giving all and saving none, it seems to me, is not too far from victory. I was speaking to Jonathan's parents earlier before the session took place. And I wanted to tell you this story because it's so apt. In 2011, I was so privileged to go across and see my friends in La Masia, and I lived and trained and worked with Barcelona, FC Barcelona, for three or 4 days. And I went back the next year and the next year. But the first time I was here, I was watching the training session that Pep Guardiola was then the manager. And I wanted to know some of the secrets behind their success at the time, the most formidable team, arguably, at the time. And I asked them, what's so special? What's his story? How did he get to be here, to be the best, one of the best players, if not the best player in the world? And with my translator, I went to one of the sports scientists and then the coaches, and they came along and they said, when he was younger, he was tiny, smaller than all of the rest of the boys when he was recruited from Argentina. Not only that, but in training sessions, he'd love to dribble with the ball and turn, but he would lose the ball so many times that the coaches were pulling their hair out with him. This young kid, we're losing the ball, we're conceding goals, he will not pass. So off they went to the academy manager to complain about this player from Argentina. Boss, he just will not pass. He keeps dribbling with the ball, he loses it all the time, we're conceding goals, we're losing games, help us. And the academy manager at Barcelona said to the two coaches in charge of this age group, interesting. Well, you've got a choice, haven't you? And they were confused. He said, the choice is, you can either tell him to play safe, do the easy thing, keep possession, avoid risks, or you can recognize that this particular player has an exceptional enthusiasm. Perhaps this particular player has got a skill set that we need to recognize. So what are you going to do? They went back. They thought about what the academy manager said. Every time Messi lost the ball, they'd stop the practice and give him the ball back. Can you imagine if you're the opposition players? What are you doing? They've just tackled him. Why are you giving the ball back? They'd play him up an age group to challenge him, down an age group to challenge him. But critically, every time he made a mistake, he would get encouragement from the sidelines. Try again. Get the ball again. Go again. Try dipping the shoulder. Try going on the outside foot. Try the drag back. Try until you succeed. Try until you succeed. And a young player like that, learning in that environment, learns two things. It's not the outcome. It's the endeavor. The praise is in the effort. You see, we're all winners in the room, right? And winners hate to lose. But winners aren't afraid of losing. They dare to lose to win. They dare to lose to win. Success depends a lot more on how we cope with the things that actively want to make us give up. It's what we do in the face of those things that make us want to quit. It's the inner reserves, the inner resources. When you think about this season ahead, we're going to be challenged in ways that we can't imagine. The players, the coaches, the parents, all three groups in the room. And it's what we do in response to those situations that counts the most, because that's what resilience is. The capacity for sustained effort in the face of the setback. I get the feeling that everybody in the room is going to learn so many fantastic lessons this season. It's how he responded when things didn't go his way that defined his career, his progress, his development. I'm going to skip past this video here to tell a story about one of my most cherished footballing experiences. They call it now in English football history, the football miracle. and we're going to come to a close in this talk. I was recruited to work with Sheffield Wednesday, the fallen giants of the Premier League, all the way down into League One, and they were chasing promotion a couple of seasons ago. We set all sorts of records that season. We overachieved in many ways. And we rolled into the playoffs with came to an end in the league season with 96 points. Just missed out on automatic promotion. It's the first time an English football club has ever achieved 96 points and not gone up automatically. It was a record-breaking year for League One. Huge competition. But we're now in the playoffs. The season's come to the end. And we've been pitched against Peterborough. Peterborough, who rolled into the playoffs with great momentum and eventually got in there, pipped another couple of teams. So we've been drawn against Peterborough away for the first leg. And to save you the suspense, this is how it went. Not good. And by the way, we're Sheffield Wednesday, the giants of League One, that are going down to the minnows of League One, Peterborough. Surely it's just a case of going down there, isn't it? We've finished with 96 points. We've got momentum. I wanted to share with you some of the fantastic mistakes that we made as a team in order that you might learn some of these, perhaps at some level. Because we said earlier, Chris Ramsey spoke about the need to learn from failure. It's such a powerful, Ozzy said it's not a tattoo, it's a bruise. I love that phrase. Learning from the setbacks and challenges that we experience. Here's the mistakes that we made. Our behavior changed towards the players. We overanalyzed things. We tried too hard. We bombarded them with information before the first leg. More information than we normally would have done. We changed our behavior as staff. And at the heart of that, there was a nervousness that we weren't quite ready. So we tried too hard mentally. Not only that, but the players started to talk about finishing the game in that one tie. We'll dust these down. 3-4-0. Easy. Then it'll be done. We're on to Wembley. But it's not. Absolutely not. This is a two-legged situation. Peterborough were hungry. We underestimated them. We shifted from process to outcome again. Just winning the game. It'll take care of itself. No. It's dogfight. Difficult game. Tuesday night, under the lights at Peterborough, London Road. We conceded the first goal. And when we conceded the first goal, we went from being a team to individuals. There was shock on the faces of some of the most experienced players in the team. We didn't know how to deal with it. Like a boxer in a fight that catches a shot and just can't recover. Before you know it, second goal goes in and a third goal goes in. And then you've got players taking the ball and trying things that they ordinarily wouldn't. The system was finished. Terrible situation to be in. And the manager desperately trying to get back the players to rekindle some kind of unity. Couldn't do it. But that week, we went to work. The outside story in the media was, this game's finished. The giants of League One, it's over. There's no chance they're getting back into the game. It's done. That was in the papers, social media, television programs. So going into the training ground the next day, we knew we needed to control the story, the inner story. No papers. Different, not Sky Sports News rolling past, talking about how Peterborough had done so well. Put a different channel on. Turn the TV off. Put some of our best bits across the course of the season. This is what we did. The manager called me at 5 a.m. the next morning. 5 a.m. He was so calm. His name is Darren Moore. He said, Tom, I've watched the game back 3 times. They didn't beat us last night. We beat ourselves. We gave them the game. Individual mistakes. Otherwise, it wasn't too bad of a performance, but I know exactly where we need to improve. And we're going to get to work on the training pitch tomorrow. I said, Gaffer, fantastic. No problem. 2 hours later, the captain calls me, Barry Bannon. Says, Tom, I promise you, walking off the pitch, I promise you, this is not done. This is not done. I said, fantastic. Now, that next morning, we killed the enemy of doubt. Self-doubt. the enemy of belief. Each of us in the room have to do that on a consistent basis, a daily basis, by fueling ourselves with things that inspire us, things that we're in control of to change, things that we truly believe in that are possible for us. It's a daily task. We kill the enemy of doubt. We showed clips to the players throughout history of teams overcoming 3-0, 4-0 deficits at the very highest level. Champions League recoveries, Liverpool versus AC Milan, Man United, Bayern Munich, all of those incredible games. And we asked them, what are the qualities of those players to be able to come back? What did they need? There was no physical evidence that it was possible, but what did they do differently to be able to come back from that? We showed them videos. We'd prepared. And very next day, we were 4-0 down, and the team were out on the pitch practicing penalties in exactly the way that we would if it went to full time. 2 teams lined up, walked from the halfway line. We knew that if the players rushed the penalties, they were more likely to miss. So we researched it. If the whistle was blown and they made contact with the ball, less than 2 seconds, they're 65% more likely to miss because they rushed the process. So part of these breathing techniques that we've been through tonight and standing with our physiology, grounding techniques, are vital skills to be able to control your emotional state, to breathe, to be at your best when it matters, under pressure. That's a process. That's in your control. So we practiced the penalties. We put noise on the stadium. We went down to Hillsborough. We prepared every day. There was a player, let's just call him, let's say his name was Josh Windass, because it was. He said to me, Tom, why the flipping flop are we practicing penalties? We're 4-0 down. We're 4-0 down. I don't get it. Why are we doing it? Captain comes across and says, hey, we said that we were going to, everything we do, we're going to do properly this week. We do it right, whatever it is. So they go out and practice penalties. Tuesday comes and he says, right, I don't know. Look, I want you to know, I'm going to put it here in the game. Wednesday comes and he says, Tom, watch this, watch this. So I'm going to place the ball, going that way. Thursday, Friday comes, he says, at the end of the week, Tom, I'm really glad that we practice penalties, you know, because when we get the first goal, it's going to change the game. Now, the key question is there a fairy tale ending to this story? Well, I hope so. I hope so. Because no team in the history of English Football League has ever overcome more than a 2-0 deficit from the first leg to the second leg. Let's see what happens.
Peterborough have a 4-goal advantage. Is there any way back now? No, I don't think so. 2-0 was bad, 3-0 was a mountain. I think 4-0 is a mountain that will be insurmountable. Johnson taken out just outside the box. Was he? No penalty, it was inside. It's Smith. That's the goal Sheffield Wednesday needed. Norris flying through the crowd. It's dropped to Callum Patterson, who has a look, and it's 10 goal into it in. Is that part 2 of Mission Impossible? But this is Palmer. Gregory. James could be in here. It's another one. This could be happening. No one gave Sheffield Wednesday a hope. Flint in the mix, and that is clear by Peterborough, not for long. It's Barry Bannon to Johnson. Lifted in by Johnson, headed across the base, a goal and in! It's
last 10
Liam
seconds.
Palmer! Sheffield Wednesday have completed the comeback of all playoff comebacks!
So we take it to extra time.
Driven in and diverted in!
But we can see it
Peterborough
again.
United hit back in extra time! And suddenly, Wednesday have it all to do again! Stepping forward. Jaden Brown, popping up Patterson.
5 seconds
it's Patterson again!
of extra time.
This is unbelievable!
Fourth
It's
penalty.
Butler. It's off the bar! Advantage Wednesday!
Our 5th
Hillsborough
penalty.
holds its breath. Wembley is waiting. Can Jack Hunt deliver? It's Hunt! He can! It's a playoff miracle! It's playoff history. Peterborough.
Just proof of the preparation. Confidence comes from the work, right? Doing the work every single day, in the moment. The players that took the penalties on the night were the players that practiced and rehearsed, just like all the technical, tactical, physical work. There's one final video that I'd like to share with you all, and I share it where I go all around the world. I hope that tonight, some of the messages that you've received, that sometimes, even if there is no physical evidence that is possible, part of being the very best that you can be is listening to a voice within you. A voice that is unreasonable. A voice that says, out of no way, I'll make a way. It's still possible. It's still possible. I've still got a chance here. And that chance is in my control. Henry David Thoreau once said, when one steps forward, notice the language, when one steps forward confidently in the direction of their own dreams and endeavors to live the life that they have imagined, they will come to meet with a success that is unexpected in common hours. When they are bold and unreasonable. Dr. Martin Luther King once said, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Each step will illuminate the way. Listen to the voice within you that says it's possible, whatever it is that you have, whatever that intuition is that you just feel called by, is my encouragement to you all as we come to a close in tonight's session. This is the final video of the evening.
Grace Athena High School in Rochester, New York, has a new, most unlikely hero, a special ed student by the name of Jason McElwain.
Let's keep it going.
Jason is the basketball team manager. For the past couple years, he's been assisting Coach Jim Johnson, helping with whatever the team needs.
And go!
Get them motivated and hand out water and just be enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic, to say the least. Despite being born with autism, Jason's father says his son has never had a problem expressing himself at basketball games.
You know, I was always concerned that he might get a technical and they lose a game because he, you know, start yelling or whatever.
Let's have a hard practice tomorrow, all hour and a half, and let's get ready for Arcadia. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 2.
Because he has been so devoted to the team, for the last game of the season, Coach Johnson decided to let Jason actually suit up. Not to play necessarily, just to let him feel what it's like to wear a jersey.
At least that was the plan. But with 4 minutes to go in last week's game, Coach Johnson stood up and pointed to number 52, Jason McElwain. After years of fetching water and toweling off other people's sweat, Jason was actually in a game. His first shot was a 20-footer from the right baseline.
Was it close? Did you almost make it?
I just airballed it.
I'm like, just, dear God, please, let's just get him a basket.
His second shot missed too, but the third was a charm. A three-point no-doubter. And Jason wasn't done yet. Not by a long shot.
If I wasn't there to witness it, I wouldn't have believed it, you know.
You caught fire.
I just caught fire. I was hot as a pistol.
Jason ended up shooting 6 3-pointers. One right after the other. He had 20 points total, and each time a shot went in, his teammates and the crowd went a little crazier. His last basket, right at the buzzer, created total mayhem. Because he is autistic, Jason says he's used to feeling different, but never this different. Never this wonderful. Steve Hartman, CBS News, Rochester, New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to a close, I would just like to finally once again recognize the volunteers in the room who got involved in some of the practices and responded spontaneously. Please give them a big round of applause for their energy and contribution to tonight. Thank you so much. George, welcome back.
I think Tom said before, you know, let's do a round of applause properly, because for me that was absolutely special. Give him a massive round of applause, please. That was amazing.
Thank you.
we're now going to bring a close to this year's presentation, and it's very, very different to anything that we've ever had to present to our players, to our families, and for me, it's going to be a very, very difficult moment to be able to try and keep speaking and without getting overly emotional. But there's been one person that's believed in me since the first ever day that we started this project outside of my family, and that person we'd like to invite to the stage now to give him the credit that he deserves. I'm standing here, I'm very fortunate to get a lot of plaudits and a very lot of kind feedback from people, but there's one person that's been by my side from the very first day that we started the project, and unfortunately, due to family situations, won't be continuing with us for this season. And it's only right that all of us here that know him, all of the staff that have been with him throughout the years, there's not one member of staff that can say they've been here before him, as he was the original coach at FC Malaga City. Please give the biggest round of applause tonight for Adrian Dominguez as he comes to the stage. A round of applause, please. Adrian, thank you for everything.
Now it's difficult to say something. I feel so many things. I only can say thanks, George, for each moment, each year. And Malaga City, and for me, it has been more than a job. It has been my life, my day by day. I learn and I growing so much here, like a coach, like person. So I have lived so many things and memories, good moments. I have lived amazing experience here. So it has been some adventures, and I am very proud to be part of Malaga City and say thanks for everything, like friends, teammate, and boss too. And thanks each coach and each teammate of Malaga City for help me, and I hope to see you soon. Keep the contact of the pitch too. So thank you and good luck for this season. I'm sure that you are going to enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you for everything, Adrian. Nothing would be possible without you. Thank you. Another round of applause.
Thank you.
And Chris and Ozzy, if you come up quickly again, just for 2 seconds at a time, we'll get everyone home, get them rested and ready for games and training tomorrow. Can't let you guys get off that easily. ¿Van las camisetas? Hay más.
Great to see you, mate.
You had your reasons, you had a few.
But you know that I would go anywhere for you. A small detail just to show our appreciation as well for the guys coming over from Tottenham. I'd like to also give them a Malaga City shirt they can take home and hopefully have as a nice memory. Guys, we hope it's a fantastic season and thank you for being so patient tonight. Hope you enjoyed it and hope everyone gets home safely, okay? Give yourselves a massive round of applause. Thank you so much.
Your good intentions are sweet and pure, but they can never tame a fire like yours. No, it ain't over until she sings. Yeah. Right where you want it, down on my knees. You got me begging, pretty baby, set me free. 'Cause it ain't over until she sings. Come a little closer, let me taste your smile until the morning lights. Ain't no going back the way you look tonight. I see it in your eyes. I just need to get it off my chest. Yeah, more than you know. Yeah, more than you know. You should know that, baby, you're the best. Yeah, more than you know. 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 Yeah, more than
Let me take the night, I love real easy. And I know that you still wanna see me. On the Sunday morning, music real loud. Let me love you while the moon is still out. Something in you lit up heaven in me. The feeling won't let me sleep. 'Cause I'm lost in the way you move, the way you feel. One kiss is all it takes. Falling like all you need. I just wanna feel your skin on mine. Feel your eyes do the exploring. Passion in the message when you smile. Take my time. It's something in you. Lit up heaven in me. The feeling won't let me sleep. 'Cause I'm lost in the way you move, the way you feel. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need.
Ladies and gents, turn up your sound system to the sound of Carlos Santana in the GMB Ghetto Blues from the Refuge.
Oh, Maria, Maria, she remind me of a West Side Story. Growing up in Spanish Harlem, she living the life just like a movie star. Oh, Maria, Maria. Carlos Santana. Stop the looting, stop the shooting, pickpocketing on the corner. See, as the rich is getting richer, the poor is getting poorer. See me and Maria on the corner, thinking of ways to make it better. In my mailbox, there's an eviction letter. Somebody judge says, see you later, yeah.
East Coast. East Coast.
Maria, Maria. Maria, Maria. She remind me of a West Side Story. Growing up in Spanish Harlem, she living the life just like a movie star. Oh, Maria, Maria. She fell in love in East LA to the sound of the guitar, yeah. Played by Carlos Santana. Maria, you know you're my lover. When the wind blows, I can feel you through the weather. And even when we are apart, they feel like we're together. My ears, yeah. She remind me of a West Side Story. Growing up in Spanish Harlem, she living the life just like a movie star. Oh, Maria, Maria. Oh, she fell in love in East LA to the sound of love and time. Leave our color center.
What am up, y'all?
Maria, Maria. She remind me of a West Side Story. Growing up in Spanish Harlem, she living the life just like a movie star. Oh, Maria, Maria. She fell in love in East LA to the sound of the guitar, yeah. Played by Carlos Santana. Losing my religion.
Bring it back now.
Hey. Hold up. If you turn around, you gon' face the lead. Shooting from above, go to sleep, you're dead, What?
Bring it back now.
player. Do not be afraid because of who you're playing against, that we can't do things. You're good players. It will be difficult, they will be good too. That's the point of playing football, is to play against good teams. Okay? So this is what everyone's striving for, and enjoy the moment. Don't let it pass you by. Okay? No matter what you're doing, starting in the bench, don't let it pass you by. Be engaged in it, be present in it, and enjoy it. Okay? And most of all, be us. We don't change for anybody. Okay? We are our own team, we are our own people, we play our way, and we believe in what we do. Every single person here. Okay? No gifts for them. We play at a high intensity and make them remember you. Play how
Gav, I want to talk to you about Luis Suarez, who's going to Atletico Madrid. That is done.
And there it is. Atletico Madrid are champions. They have done it.
Atletico Madrid are in talks to re-sign Barcelona forward Antoine Griezmann.
Football is the biggest vehicle, and the best thing to give you life lessons. It's taught me so much that I know about myself. It's given me a lot of the values that I live by day, and for me, football is the most important thing there is in the world.
Tomorrow the game plan is to recover and find our wingers as soon as we can.
Okay, not many young players get the opportunity to train in these facilities, to play against these kind of clubs, okay? So don't be a tourist, don't let it just flash before your face. coming here just to look around the wonder, see what trophies they've won, you don't need to play a game against them. You can come up any weekend you've got off and you can come and do a tour of the wonder. Don't be a tourist. How do we stack up against this kind of club? Secondly, we're here to try and make a name for ourselves, okay? And if you can play well, it's so many different ways. Yeah, you're on the network of them for the next 24 hours, but this is footage for yourself to take to centre colleges, to centre other clubs, to other things, okay? It's all about growing your profile, okay? And not many young players get the opportunity to train in these facilities, to play against these kind of clubs.
Colchonero porque toda mi familia es del Atleti. Toda mi familia.
Soy del Atleti porque mi vida es el sufrimiento, entonces vivo así.
Es un equipo del pueblo, no es el equipo de dinero, no es un saco de dinero como Real Madrid.